In the basement of a department store, an escalator runs for exactly 5 steps, and the ride is over in 8 seconds. Elsewhere, a street channel flows with water so clear you can count the koi in it, beside an unattended box of fish feed that strangers pay for on trust. And on a hot afternoon, people walk past wearing smooth white rings around their necks, frozen solid straight from an ordinary fridge. 3 scenes, 1 country, and all 3 answer questions the rest of the world stopped asking. Step outside your front door, and the world hands you a list of small miseries you're expected to accept. Rain soaks your umbrella, summer cooks you, winter bites your fingers. Everywhere else, that's just called going outside. Japan looked at the same list and started crossing things off. Today, we're counting down 11 Japanese street and public ideas that fix what the rest of us just endure. And stay for number 1, because it's a bright yellow house in the middle of Tokyo, thinner than your hallway, built on the footprint of a single parking space, renting for around $260 a month in one of Earth's most expensive cities. The price is real, but the house hides a catch nobody mentions until you're standing at the front door. You'll see it at the end. Number 11. The wet umbrella problem, solved twice. You step out of the rain into a shop, and now you're holding a dripping problem. At Japanese entrances, a simple machine settled this years ago. Push the wet umbrella into a slot, pull it back out, and it's wrapped in a slim plastic sleeve. No power, just clever mechanics. Then Japan noticed the plastic its own fix created. So many entrances now run dryer stands instead, stripping the water off with microfiber blades or a blast of air. First, they solved the wet floor, and then they solved the solution. Number 10. Heat you can stick on. Winter outside is a fight your body slowly loses. In Japan, the counterattack costs pennies at any convenience store. Thin disposable warming pads called Cairo that you stick straight onto your clothes, and the moment they leave the packet they start producing heat on their own, keeping you warm for hours with no wires, no charging. A winter standard since the late 1970s. Half a century of commuters knew before we did. Number 9. The ring that freezes in your fridge. Summer gets the same treatment. A smooth ring goes around your neck, filled with a material that turns solid below 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so 20 minutes in an ordinary fridge is enough to freeze it. It cools your neck for an hour or 2, no condensation, never painfully cold, and when it melts, you just freeze it again and again. From convenience stores to 100-yen shops, it has quietly become Japan's answer to the heat wave. Number 8. The world's shortest escalator. Every escalator you've ever taken was built to save you a climb. This one, in the basement of a Kawasaki department store, saves you 5 steps. It rises just 33 inches. The ride lasts about 8 seconds, and Guinness certified it in 1991 as the world's shortest. What makes it brilliant rather than ridiculous? When the store was fitted out in 1989, a thick structural beam made a full escalator impossible, so the engineers built the escalator that fit. Locals call it the petitcalator, and it proves that in Japan, no problem is too small to deserve proper engineering. Number 7. The candy cap with a countdown. An opened roll of candy is a race against lint and gravity. For a limited convenience store promotion, Mentos rolls in Japan came with silicone animal caps that seal the open end. And the more you eat, the further the animal slides down the roll like a fuel gauge for your sweet tooth. Number 6. The gap that closes itself. Mind the gap, says half the world, politely asking you to solve the problem yourself. At selected Tokyo metro stations, especially curved platforms where the gap grows widest, small plates slide out of the platform edge the moment a train stops, so strollers and wheelchairs roll straight in without asking anyone for help. It's not everywhere yet, but where it exists, an announcement became an engineering task. Number 5. The crossing the West invented and nearly gave up on. Here's a twist. Japan didn't invent this one. The scramble crossing, all cars stop, pedestrians flood the intersection in every direction at once, was born in North America in the late 1940s, nicknamed the Barnes Dance after a traffic engineer. Then most of the West quietly gave up on it because it put people ahead of cars, and today only scattered examples survive there. Japan picked up the idea and perfected it. Shibuya Crossing has run since 1973 and is now the busiest pedestrian crossing on Earth, up to 3,000 people per green light. Chaos that works like choreography. Sometimes genius isn't inventing something new, it's refusing to give up on a good idea. Number 4. The fish in the street. In most cities, an open street channel would be somewhere between a gutter and a warning. In Japanese towns like Shimabara and Gujo-Hachiman, those channels run so clean that koi live in them, drifting past front doors like the street's own residents. Beside the water sits an even better detail: packets of fish feed in an open box, a payment tin, and no one watching either one. You take the feed, you leave the coins, and it works because everyone assumes it will. The fish are lovely, but the trust is the real attraction. Number 3. Vending machines that switch sides. Japan's vending machines look like pure convenience, but thousands are wired for the worst day instead of the average one. After the 2011 earthquake, Coca-Cola Japan remotely unlocked around 400 disaster-ready machines across the Tokyo area, handing out more than 88,000 free drinks to stranded commuters. Newer models don't even wait for a human. From earthquake intensity 5 upward, they unlock automatically, opening hundreds of drinks plus emergency food, masks, and even portable toilets right beside the evacuation shelters. On a normal day, it sells you a coffee, and on the worst day, it gives everything away. Number 2. A country with almost no trash cans. Now for the puzzle every visitor hits within an hour. Japanese streets are famously spotless, yet you can walk for miles without finding a public trash can. That's no accident. After the 1995 sarin gas attack on the Tokyo subway, bins were removed from stations and public spaces as a security measure, and the change stuck. So where does the trash go? You carry it with you, sometimes all day, and take it home, where a strict sorting system splits it into burnables, plastics, cans, and bottles, each with its own collection day. A security decision became a quiet social contract. Your trash is your responsibility, and the spotless streets are millions of people keeping that promise. Number 1. The house on a parking space. And that brings us to the yellow house from the beginning. In Tokyo's Nerima ward, squeezed against a 5-way intersection, stands a wedge-shaped building locals call the Triangle Building, considered one of the narrowest apartment houses anywhere. Its footprint is about the size of a parking space, its thinnest edge tapers to under 2 feet, yet inside are 5 floors, a basement, and 4 apartments, each with a kitchenette, a mini fridge, and a shower cabin the size of a locker. The rent is the headline, around $260 a month, in a city where that usually buys you nothing. And here's the catch you were promised. The toilet isn't in the apartment. It sits outside your front door, shared, the size of an airplane lavatory. And thanks to that intersection, this may be one of the loudest addresses in Tokyo. So it's not a miracle, it's an honest trade. The city had a sliver of land nobody could use, and someone asked how much life fits on a parking space. The answer, apparently, is 4 households. None of this is rocket science. A sleeve for a wet umbrella, a plate that bridges a gap, a coin tin nobody guards, a house on land nobody wanted. What connects them isn't technology, it's attention. That's the quietly brilliant part. The moment you stop filing a daily annoyance under "that's just how it is," it turns out most of them were solvable all along.